Spring has finally come to the Brown farm. We've got the wind just rustling in the trees and the leaves are finally starting popping out. Flowers are beginning to bloom and the early garden is finally planted. And what I know is there's a lot of things that you and I see on the surface in the busyness of our springtime, but what we must remember is there's much happening underground. Because if you and I want to grow just as nature wants to grow, it requires a lot of support and a lot of nourishment. You and I are supposed to be farm strong and women smart, but that doesn't mean we should go it alone. I think it's important to have that support and nourishment close to home. So today I want to talk to you about neighbors. We've had some changes in my neighborhood recently. One of my dear neighbors at age 92 passed away after a long and fulfilling life. I had another neighbor who just stopped by because one of our magazines, our farm magazines, had accidentally been left in his mailbox, and of course that drop-off turns into a wonderful 1 hour plus visit. I have another neighbor who's been critically ill and in the hospital. As I went to spend some time with her, the doctor asked me, "Well, how do you know her?" And I replied, "We've been friends and neighbors for 41 years. I'm just here today to help her rest because we already know each other's stories. We really don't need to talk. And she'll be comfortable with me just sitting nearby." What I've learned is that neighboring and friendship and mentorship do require the gift of time. But I've also learned that in that giving, so much is received and it becomes a gift to myself. And so I'm wondering, who is your neighbor? Do you know their names? Do you know what they do well and how you can help them celebrate? Do you know when they might need support? I believe that Mr. Rogers in his TV show just might have had it right. You know that before that you get to receive, it's important to befriend. And as he hung his sweater on the hook of that coat rack, he always said, "And won't you please be my neighbor?" You know, I've been blessed by the connections and the caring, the laughter and the tears I've had amongst the people that live nearby me. And one of the best gifts that I received by marrying my real Farmer Brown and the farm family that I came into is that it also came with people. It came with neighbors. I wish for you a wonderful neighborhood.